Hi everyone, so yeah, I'm back to record another video. So today we'll actually be looking at Dr. Octopus, who we actually managed to awaken using the arena. So yeah, Dr. Octopus is kind of a sort of complicated character to use, in the sense that, a heroic, I tried using the team in the uncollected arena, and then I can't even get past the Kalamakan at the sort of the entrance, the teleportation portal. Yeah, so as I was saying, Dr. Octopus is a very complicated character. He has a how to trigger the effect that he sort of plays on the opponent is actually the sort of the hard part. If you are unawakened, most of the time it will be the armor up, but and with awaken, the ability sort of change drastically, or it adds a lot more effects to what was actually available to him. Okay, so let's see, where are they? Yeah, so Dr. Octopus. Electro is the sort of the mainstay of the Sinister Six, sort of like he has synergy with nearly everybody. So let's bring Vulture, and Vulture with teammate Venom. The other sort of Sinister Sticks that we could use is either Rhino, or for our case we'll be looking at the sort of the newer characters, which will be in the form of Green Goblin. So yeah, over here is Green Goblin. Dr. Octopus, for most of the comic incarnation, he actually leads the Sinister Six. So yeah, he's a very sort of big rival to Spider-Man. So okay, let's take a look at the ability itself. So yeah, I only have one. I haven't had the sort of chance to increase his signature level. So he's at rank 330. Yeah, so after awakening is for the physics breakthrough, he sort of steals some of the power from the opponent. I do not see the drain 100% of the power gain. It's more of a power lock. So for chemistry, you deal direct damage, and yeah, you life steal 10% from the damage that is done. And for biology, is just the usual with the armor up. And okay, there's a new armor penetration. So this is the passive, where it will slowly build up as you hit. So which sort of breakthrough that you want to trigger, you would usually try to hit towards that direction. So if you are getting hit, you will usually triggers. Okay, wait. Yeah, so that was just the explanation. So this is how sort of the direction that you want to be using if you want to trigger this certain effect. So you see this one, for physics, is built on opponent power gain. So while opponent is blocking and you attack them, they will still gain power. So yeah, this is largely how you want to increase it faster. You have to attack a blocking character, so you just push the number slightly higher than the rest, so it will reach 100 first, and then it will apply a power lock on the opponent. Then for chemistry, is built on block or parry. So wherever you block, so the more you block, you will actually apply a debuff, a heal block debuff on the opponent. And for biology, which is actually the most common one, where you build on hits and being struck. So as you hit the opponent, you will sort of fury, but I haven't seen the buff appear on Dr. Octopus itself. It could be just an increase in attack, but what you will usually see is actually the armor up. So yeah, so heavy attack, remove all active breakthrough. That's actually hardly used. For the most part, you want to use Dr. Octopus with his special one, because it will reset the duration of any current active breakthrough. So let's say you apply a power lock on the opponent. So before the debuff expire, you want to special 1 to sort of continue the power lock. At the end of this video, I actually had done a duo match with a rank 4 45 5-star magic. Yeah, using our 330 octopus. So yeah, you will see how in that fight we deal with magic to prevent her from triggering her limbo. Yeah, so for special 2, it actually use up all. Oh, trigger. Okay, so that's for special 2. I remember one of them is. Oh, okay, so I guess I read it wrong, because I faintly remember there was one is you use up one of your sort of breakthrough to deal additional damage. Oh, okay. Okay, so yeah, so in the sense that we could actually use special 2 to trigger all of the breakthrough, and after that we could use special 1 to refresh their time, or we could use a special 3 to duplicate one additional breakthrough. However, the breakthrough duration for mine currently is only 5 seconds. Yeah, so it's only for 5 seconds. Sometimes even trying to get to special 1 is actually sort of hard, as it is to sort of trigger the effect, trigger it while the sort of debuff is still ongoing. Okay, so we shall go into the map. This is Heroic, the final match against Sabertooth. Okay, seems like I still have 2 more paths to explore. Oh yeah, there's something that I want to mention is... Oh wow, they like... Okay, yeah, it's regarding this bundle, the legendary X-Men crystal bundle. So they give you a legendary X-Men crystal. Oh, and the drop rates are out, so which means on Friday, after my alliance, the sort of short-term saving for this week is over, I will be opening some of our crystal. Yeah, so okay, you see that the legendary X-Men crystal is a 1/5 chance to get a 5-star, and all the newer 5-star are included, including Bishop, and I think Sabertooth as well. The only 5-star not included is Wolverine 5-star, because he's not introduced as a 5-star character. So we have one branded crystal as well. So yeah, it's a 0.4% chance for 5-star Bishop. Yeah, but actually I feel that this bundle is definitely not worth the money, as previously there was because I'm in Singapore, our exchange rate will increase the prices. So for the previous branded crystal bundle, it was $45 for on my side. Yeah, and that was 5 crystal, but over here we only have 1 of each, as well as 1 X-Men crystal, and it costs $59, guys. That's daylight robbery. Yeah, so far do not feel that Kabam has been giving very good deals compared to like when I was playing Pokemon Duo. They have this offer which is like $10 for 900 gems, or equivalent of units. So it gives you a sense that, oh, it's a very good deal and I shouldn't miss it. So I feel like maybe Kabam could work towards something like that, rather than giving sort of exuberant prices. So this $15 for the 5 crystal that potentially can give you all 2 stars. So like, what the fuck, man? $15 for 5 2 stars? No way! I tried that for the Void crystal, and oh my god, I regretted that. That was bad, guys. I saw people opening all the 4 stars. They get like 2 4 stars. So I was like, maybe I should give it a try. So I couldn't afford the 45 one. I bought the 15 one, and yeah, it's all 2 stars. Like, woo! I paid 15 for 5 2 stars, man. Money well spent. Never again. Yeah. Okay. So perhaps yeah, actually I would like to showcase each and every one of the heroes here, but for some of them, their abilities actually doesn't really requires you to know much, such as Electro or Venom and Green Goblin. They are pretty much just straightforward damage character. So in the sense that as long as you hit harder than the opponent, you're fine. So for Venom, he can gain a maximum of 5 permanent debuff. With Carnage synergy, he actually can gain 1 or 2 more. So, but the debuff that the buff that he can get is like armor up, precision, curity, fury. Yeah, that's 5 I think. Can't remember. Yeah, so for Green Goblin is he's fluctuating between cunning as well as madness. So as long as the madness is more than or equivalent to the amount of cunning that you have, he actually passively regen the amount taken from basic damage from the opponent. While when the cunning is more, he actually reduce the power gain on the opponent. So there could be a situation where you are at 5 cunning, and then you attack the opponent, they'll gain very little, and then with your special one, you could actually power drain him further. So it's sort of a semi-power lock. While his special 2 is very high damaging, it does 2 strike before throwing a bomb, and once awakened, all his bombs have the chance of being super bombs, whereby he can place all the debuff, so will be weakness, poison, as well as incinerate on the opponent. So that's for Green Goblin. Regarding how you fluctuate between the madness and sort of cunning. Cunning is you have to attack well, while madness is while you block well or you receive a lot of hits that you will trigger. So okay, we'll look at Venom. So the last one is physical resistance. So there's armor, physical resistance, fury, precision, and cruelty. And sort of the main selling point about Venom is that he has the chance to duplicate the opponent debuff, the opponent buff, using his any of his special. So probably you want to time things like the regen. His special 1 has a lower chance, his special 2 has a higher chance to replicate 1 positive buff on the opponent, while for his special 3 or ulti, as I like to call it, it will be a maximum of 2 buffs from the opponent. So that's Venom. He can cause bleed. There's actually nothing much to talk about. He's just a very bulky character, and his animation for his special 2 is similar to Killmonger's special 2, where he leaps forward and does the damage. So that sort of make it sometimes a bit harder to evade. So okay, we shall click on our Electro. So Electro has one of the lowest HP among all the sort of characters, and his ability Awaken is that when the opponent lands, make physical contact with him, they receive sort of damage back. So similar to Awaken. No, that's his passive. I'm so sorry. Yeah, this is his passive, which is similar to Quake's Awaken ability. His Awaken ability is that the chances of his crit damage increases with the amount of sort of power that is stored on both characters. So if the opponent has a sort of like 3 bars of power and you have 1 bar, so that's sort of 4 times the, how do you call that? Yeah, 4 times increase damage to his crit damage. So he's also just a character based on damage. Previously there was a lot of use of him in Alliance War before they changed the map, whereby they place him on the Taunts node. So people will take sort of double damage whenever they struck him. Or there's also the slash tire node, whereby if you refuse to hit him, you dash backwards and you will take damage as well. Okay, so that's for the 3 that I have mentioned, which is Electro, Venom, and Green Goblin. That's sort of nothing too complicated with their usage. they are just sort of high damage. Okay, high damage for Electro and Green Goblin, not so much for Venom. Yeah, so this is Vulture. So the reason why he's gaining 10 charges now for every crit hit is because of the synergy. Otherwise, it's only 5 crit hits. So every time you sort of dash backwards, okay, you must evade the damage. You see, at the expense of 10 charges, you will deal a incinerate charge on the opponent. So with your special one, so with your special one, every time your opponent gains power, you gain some of the charges. So you see, our charges increase quite rapidly. So that's for Vulture special one, whereby you should use that at the start of the match to gain the pardon my pronunciation. So the charges. If awakened, he starts off the fight with 100 of such charges, which actually makes the battle a lot easier. And as you can see, he has a permanent armor buff, which even if he got sort of now, it will come back after a sort of cooldown duration. So for each charger that he have, the armor up effects increases. So you could play him one way or another. You could, if you are playing defensively, you could you want to store up your charges, or if you are sort of being aggressive, you can always use the charges to sort of power drain the opponent. So it's quite a consistent power drain. So let's see whether we could showcase that in this match. But for power drain to be activated, you need 50 charges. So that's why you would try to sort of use your special one first to trigger your drain, your increase in the charges. So let's go with that. Okay, 50. So you have to dodge, sort of, it's called preying on the opponent, where you have to dodge backward and you hit him again. So okay. Oh, okay, so we trigger a miss instead. So how miss works is, so instead of power draining, if the opponent is blocking or you sort of miss your strike back, which is after dashing back you dash forward again, you actually gain a miss buff, whereby it will just sort of help you evade one incoming attack from the opponent. So the reason why I'm trying to save Dr. Octopus is I want to show his heal block against Sabertooth. So seems like we have to use a lot of energy refills there, which is okay, fine. Yeah, I want to complete this map as soon as possible as well, so we can start on our master. So yeah, if I do not get to showcase all of Vulture's ability here, perhaps I'll just do another duo on the side, and it will be included at the end of this video as well, to showcase how he functions. So yeah, okay, perhaps against a cosmic character we might be able to make it a longer duration, drag out the match and show some of the effects. Okay, this video is sort of exceeding my usual limits, so maybe I'll just break it into 2 parts, so we'll end it after this video and let the sort of energy recharges before we go forward to fight with Bishop as well as Sabertooth. Okay, so let's say we have 50. Yeah, sometimes the incinerate seems to does that. Okay, so as I was saying, Vulture special 2 is that, okay, perhaps we should just showcase that. Please don't die. Okay, so thermal feedback is every time you hit your opponent and they achieve a power gain, they actually take damage. So it's very useful on characters such as Hyperion, who will constantly power gain, as well as Mudor. So as they power gain, they actually start losing their life. And even when you attack them while they're blocking, they do gain the power, so they'll take direct damage for that as well. So that's one way of using his special 2. So I shall end the video here, and we shall continue part 2 when we have sufficient energy for Bishop and Sabertooth. Yeah, stay tuned for part 2, guys.